see him weekdays on Access Hollywood. A few weeks ago, you could see him in the ER. We'd like to welcome back to the show, Billy Bush. What the heck happened to you?
Billy.
What happened to me?
Yes.
I had a week ago surgery to repair a broken clavicle in 3 places.
Wow.
3 breaks in the clavicle. There were 6 particles of bone floating around the shoulder system. And the surgeon ended up doing a surgery twice as long, and he said, dude, you completely mangled this thing, but I'm glad we opted for surgery, because if we didn't, this is about an 8 to 9 week, let the bones find themselves kind of healing, as they always used to do on clavicles. But now, in this case, he's got a metal plate in there with 10 screws. He's put them all together, so the healing will be twice as fast. I'm telling you, Pete, I am positive on this. I was in good shape before. I think I'm healing like a vampire. I'm telling you. You can hear the healing. It's crazy.
You expect to be playing kickball in about 4 weeks?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with my legs. I can play kickball right now.
Well, you got to throw the ball back to the catcher.
Oh, I'm handless. Think about what we need at least one hand for.
The best posture on television.
Right.
You're sitting up straight. Are you wearing a brace? What's going on with you on television?
I am a committed professional. I refuse to wear the doctor does not agree with me, but I refuse to wear my sling on TV and the wrist cast, because I find it to be distracting. I tell the story once. I get on the air, I tell the story, this is what happened to me, I remove the thing, and then if I sit straight and just keep a little pillow underneath my elbow, then I'm not directly attracting all the attention to myself every day. I mean, if I'm talking to Olivia Munn, someone just tunes in and doesn't know what happened, why is Billy Bush wearing a sling?
Right.
And I'm not even listening to what Olivia Munn is saying.
Billy, I broke my clavicle back in the 5th grade, and I had to wear this brace that pulled my shoulders back, and I had to walk around with my chest sticking out.
Showing her boobs everywhere.
When you're
That's why
developing.
your boobs are so big. What?
When you're developing as a child, you don't want to wear this brace and stick your boobs out. But is that the brace that you'd be wearing? How are you keeping that clavicle straight?
It's this plate.
The plate.
With the 10 screws. I will text it to you, Pete. I will text you my X-ray right when we hang up, and you'll be able to take a look at it yourself. But it keeps everything in line. That's when we were choosing surgery or not. The doc said, well, if you let it heal on its own, it'll probably do so and take twice as long, and it'll be fine, non-invasive, no surgery. But, one shoulder could be shorter than the other. I said, right. I have enough short on me, including the overall me, so I don't think I need to be walking around with circus shoulders.
Wow.
See, the 3 of us have something in common. I cracked my clavicle when I was younger, too. My brother body slammed me. I had to go to the emergency room.
Really? I was at pom-pom practice.
So all 3 of us, broken clavicle.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. This is going to come as no surprise at this point. The clavicle is not a very strong bone in our body.
It's like a twig in your body.
It is quite brittle. It is quite brittle, and that's why it is a common break, because it's not really, a big anchor bone.
How do you get through airport security?
Well, that's interesting. I'm about to fly to London for the Olympics.
Right.
I'm getting on a plane tomorrow, for the love of God. And I got to go to Boston. I'm picking up my kid at camp, spending a couple of days with her, then sending her back to L.A. as I move on to London. And there will be a lot of airport experience coming up. Possibly some good airport stories, as I try to convince them the metal is inside my body.
You carry a card, right?
No, I think you bring a note from the doctor.
Yes.
I will. Yeah, I guess I could. Or, I can just stand there naked and be like, there's only one place left that you haven't gone, and I'm not doing it. You're not doing it.
We're talking with Billy Bush from Access Hollywood. Now, I want to talk about the Olympics, because we've both been following a story, the crazy amount of sex that they're having in the Olympic Village.
That's why they want to go to have sex.
Well, Hope Solo revealed that the 2008 games, that there was an enormous amount of sex going on. She said between buildings, on the grass, on patches.
Everywhere.
Is it like country and country having sex together?
It is. I always got that vibe, because you got to look at it. She said you're at a once in a lifetime experience here, and you share this immediately with other people. So what you have in common with the other athletes from other countries is already so major and so on the table, and brings you close, as is. And then you just open your mouth and say a word like hi, and that really gets the juices flowing. And the next thing you know, they have to. They're the most incredible physical specimens in the world.
They're good-looking people.
Oh, yeah. And they've been trapped working out for 10 hours a day for their entire life, so they get let loose. They just want to have sex.
They want to get busy.
They do, and especially if your event is over and you go out and you finished your event, whatever it is, that night you are just combing around the village, looking for perhaps a stray, volleyball player from
somebody else who lost.
My visual is it's like a college party where people start hooking up late in the night. They have a big keg in the courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought it looked like.
This has been confirmed. And she also said, Hope Solo also confessed to picking up a few celebrities and bringing them back to the village for some fun. She dropped the name of good Chicago boy Vince Vaughn. Now,
yes.
If I'm Vince, I tell my wife, my new wife, this is way before I met you, girl. But Vince, I don't think she said she hooked up with a celebrity guy. She did not say that was Vince. We should definitely exonerate him right now on that.
His mother listens to the show, by the way.
She does?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Shay.
Mrs. Vaughn, how are you this morning?
Yeah.
By the way, have we talked since my L.A. trip when I hung out with you and your wife?
I believe we have, or we've exchanged social media things or something.
Your wife is a gem.
Is she not?
She's a babe, man.
I got to tell you, she is. She's also an absolute hero in my life at this point because, like I said, I don't have two hands, and I've had to use her too. And to help me in so many ways, and this is getting dressed for work, this is showering, this is those hard-to-reach places.
Come on, man.
I'm not kidding. No, this is 14 years of marriage, and you try in that time to keep some sort of mystery in the relationship, and it's been very hard over the last week, and she is a rock star. Been there for me every step of the way.
She needs a vacation.
Think about the next 50 years, all the places she's going to know about you.
She's the keeper of the meds, too, so you got to do right by Mama if you want Mama to do right by you.
You got to do right by Mama. I love that. God, I love that. Well, you can see him weekdays on Access Hollywood. He'll be in London for the Olympics. Billy Bush, take care of that shoulder.
Be careful.
Buddy, and Baby Jane, much love.
All right. We'll talk, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye, Billy.
Uh-huh.